Hey guys, I do want to just preface this live stream by letting you know that the time for the live stream and potentially the day is going to change. I am now done with training as of today, and my schedule will actually have me ending at 6 p.m. And while I'm working from home, well, I think things are going to be a little better if I do it in the morning, or on Tuesdays I actually start pretty late and work late, so it could even be something I do before work. So, let me just make sure we got our mod in here. Hey, thanks for liking the live. Hey, German. So, we might not have any guests tonight. If anyone wants to come up, people that I've seen before, I'll try to bring them up for a little bit. I'm self-modding for now. Been a pretty... Although the day has been rough, it's actually been a pretty great week, to be honest, for a furry. So, let's see, what has happened? Well, the event on Sunday got rained out, because up here we're having a nor'easter. Lots of rain. I actually had an idea for a video, but I don't want to get the fursuit wet. It's that hard out there. And I had a couple ideas for rain videos, but too hard. Thanks for the follow. If I get one more follow, we'll actually be at... So, hey, Brand Tilly, hey, Angel Wolf, both. One more follower and we'll actually be at 2.5k followers. So that's going to be an accomplishment. It's going to be pretty cool. And there we go. Thank you. Thank you to you two for following me. Let's see. Floofy Spearmint and Love Creator. So there we go. 2.5 followers. That's kind of a big deal. I mean, my YouTube videos, I just hit 400 subscribers on YouTube. Or am I about to hit 500? I did post the video from the event that we did on Saturday. The video actually came out so good that I actually did it the same night and uploaded it the same night. So that's up on my YouTube channel. It's about 9 minutes long. It's really funny. One of the TikToks, I think I uploaded... No, I didn't upload the TikTok for that yet, did I? Oh dear. Yeah, I have a couple TikToks to make out of that. It's funny. I was going to make a TikTok about how I couldn't pick up a pumpkin because it was too heavy and pretend. But if you go watch the YouTube video, the TikTok's going to make it seem that way. But you go watch the YouTube video, behind the scenes, I literally could not actually pick this pumpkin. I don't know if you can still see it, but there might actually still be some dirt on here that I gotta clean off because I have my event this Saturday, the one I'm hosting. Second time I've hosted an event, but first time that the event has had fursuit in, and first time people are going to actually come. Let's see here. Any comments yet? My day, to be honest, today has been a little tiring. They started the evaluations today at my new job, so it's been a little bit more tiring today. I also didn't get a good night's sleep last night, to be honest, so I'm going to be getting a good night's sleep. I'm probably going to keep this a little short. It's a good thing I do my YouTube videos on Tuesday nights now. But that doesn't change the fact that I had a great week, honestly. The event went over well. Like I said, I got a great video out of it. I had fun at the event, and we're less than 2 weeks away from Furpocalypse, my first furry convention. I also did sign up for, I got my ticket. I'm going to be a super sponsor again for Vacation Land in Maine. By that point in time, I should have vacation time, so I should be able to attend the whole thing. Anyone got any questions? Hey, Venda. Hey, Chinese. I can't say. So, duh. You know what else happened after the meet? So I've talked about Milky Way. The TikTok's up. That's not a joke. I literally wore the suit, the full body suit of Milky Way, who's a friend of mine here local, and I joked about wearing his full body suit to see what a full body suit felt like, but he actually let me do it. That's actually me in that suit. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I am legitimately talking to makers now about getting a full fursuit. Unfortunately, I can't do the maker of, I originally planned to do a maker called Voodoo Delicious, but they are, because of the stupid tariffs, they're not imported in the United States right now. Nor is the original maker of this. So I'm talking to three other fursuit makers about getting a full body fursuit. Some of them are super expensive. Like there was this one called Midnight Creations. Great suits, but oh dear, way too expensive, way out of my price range. I got money saved up for it, but I'm not willing to pay that much for a full body suit. And then I do have some friends who have actually, they've actually made their own suits, and they're not taking commissions, but I said, well, would you maybe consider because that, I found out that favorite suit I love so much was made by a maker, but they don't usually do commissions. So let's see if anyone has comments. Deadpool humor? Oh. So we got followers. I tried Furpok, but the whole block sold out instantly. Yeah, so funny thing about that, I actually got one of the final 6 rooms for Furpocalypse. It literally said there were 6 rooms left when I booked mine, and I spent minutes trying to get in there. I didn't even try for Anthem, New England, because I'm only an hour away. I'm going to commute there. I know Boston better than I know Hartford. Any other comments? Let's see. Try Crumpet Creations. Good friend of mine. Very fair prices. Okay. I'll look up Crumpet Creations. I'm literally taking recommendations from anyone right now, you know. I've been talking to a couple of different fursuiters, but also I'm gonna obviously see some. I'm gonna be in the dealer's den at Furpok, so I'll talk to creators there as well. And I'm asking all my friends, like Milky Way. I loved his suit. I loved wearing it. It's so comfortable. This head, when you take this head off, it comes off easy. It does not go back on easy because of this. I'm gonna break the magic for a second. This zipper, if you take it off, you can't put it back on without taking off the zipper, and that means I have to have a hand free. So his just slipped right on, slipped right off, and was shockingly fitted me. I will say it was baggy, but I honestly don't mind that. And thanks for the follow, Mickey Panda. Read-ins. Let's see here. Sorry, my mod's not here, so or she might be in it. Ray, are you in there somewhere? Or say something. But we don't have a guest. I'm still trying to get more mods because the time's gonna have to change. But that would also mean I could bring Orlando on again, for example. And I do want to start doing more lives. I might have to self-mod them, but I would actually like to, now that I'm back working at home, do more lives. My TikToks lately haven't been quite hitting 1,000, but they've been getting close. That one of me and Milky was just a picture. I have some funny ideas. I really wanted to do that one today. Hold on, we got a lot of comments. Oh, and we got a lot of gifts. Jeez, I better read these. Who's giving me all the gifts? Thank you for all the gifts. Sykes, oh, hold on. We got someone I got to block. Right? Yep. Block count. There we go. Get any haters out of here? Any comment like that? Anyone else? Nope. I think it was just that guy so far. Whitney, we got Whitney. I know there's a way to get in there. Thank you. Everyone seems to love this fursuit. It's why even when I get my own fursuit, based on the Chance design, I actually decided to make my backup channel, which was originally called Shadow Moonray Backup Mod. That's still its username, but I'll change it soon. I actually just decided to screw it, and I started posting videos for Chance up there. And I'm gonna still do this for Shadow, obviously. Thanks for saying I have a really good fursuit. Well, the funny thing is, when you call me a good boy, I kind of like that now. Because I am getting a little more animalistic, like, in the poses. I still got to work on it. I still got to act maybe more animalistic. But when people call me a good boy, I'm in character, so I might as well say thank you. Thank you for calling me a good boy. A lot of people think I'm a dog. I'm not. I'm a wolf, but... wolf, dog, same family, you know? Let's see. Thanks for the follows. Big hugs. I don't really bark. I've actually howled once before on stream. Barking is one of the things I honestly have to kind of practice, maybe. Like I said. But thank you for the hugs. I can do. Hug back. I'll do a hug back. There you go. It's funny, like, my Telegram emojis are of Chance, the character you've seen him in the TikToks before. The, like, blue and yellow ones, the blue, yellow, and orange one. He is gonna be, like, the full bodysuit that I get. Still keep Shadow, of course, for online, but I know a lot of people love Shadow. Everyone loves Shadow. I love Shadow, but he's not the actual character that I designed and created. He's definitely in here, but he's the alpha of the pack. I still want to make... I'm talking to artists right now, as well as fursuit makers. I'm talking to artists about getting more art, some art of this guy done, and because all the art I got was body and above, and then getting some more art of Chance, so I can essentially tell the story of Chance and Shadow in like a YouTube video, so I can finally tell the story and have like some art to go along with it. And obviously that I would use my what do you call it, the new microphone for. It's been working out well for YouTube. Boop. Or I got a boop up here, right? Boop. Thanks for the follow, you guys. Boy Kisser, twice. I am Etherean. Yeah, it is weird. The person who said that, it is weird. Sometimes you just gotta be weird sometimes. I'm perfectly normal in my real life. Well, as normal can be, to be honest. Who's really normal these days? Some people just can embrace the fact that they're weird. This is easily the weirdest I get when I'm in the fursuit, but hey, maybe I'll be even weirder when I actually improve my fursuit skills and actually do start acting like an animal, or wear a full body fursuit. It's funny, I'm wearing this right now, and honestly, I still, when I wear this, I do feel like something's missing. And when I put on Milky Way's bodysuit, I feel like, oh, this is just like when I put on Shadow's head. I felt like, oh, this is something I have to do. Wearing that bodysuit, I didn't want to take it off. It's his, it's not mine. It's not my character, I know that, but I didn't want to take it off. So it's like, that was just a moment of click, like, I don't want to wait for a full body suit. Let's just get this thing made. I have the money, you know. Let's do it. Let's get Shadow made. Thank you for the follow, Xavier Creator. We're over 2,500 followers now. Let's see. Well, one good thing is now my schedule, I start work later in the morning, so I probably will try to get one of those TikToks from the pumpkin video up online. Again, I don't want to ruin the suit, so I did not do the rain video I had. It's that heavy out. Which basically, it was going to be something simple. I know that there are also trends going around right now, and I do think maybe in addition to my own, I gotta start doing chasing trends. And then the YouTube video this week, I'm gonna talk about oh, hold on, we got a long comment here. You got stranded out in a field while camping. Wow. So I'm a skier, and I've been stranded in the middle of nowhere skiing before. It actually it was when I was a teenager. Basically I was cross country skiing, and I meant to go about 1 hour out and then 1 hour back in cross country skiing. But instead I went 2 hours because I thought it was a loop, only to find that no, it was 2 hours out and then 2 hours back in. And on top of that, the 2 hours back in were actually to a completely different location where I had to wait 30 minutes to ride the bus home. So yeah, I know how being stranded can feel. You'd be surprised how easy it is to get lost on a freaking ski resort, even with a map. The car ran out of gas. Oh boy. Sorry to hear that. I've actually never been in a situation where my car ran out of gas. I've been very close, but I've never had that. But I have been once before. I hit a patch of black ice, stranded for like 3 hours in the middle of nowhere. That was not fun. And on top of that, it was a place with no cell service. So no cell service means no calling anyone. I'd literally have to wait for someone to stop over, go get someone. I've been in those situations. Where's my food? I don't have any food yet. To be honest, I've been actually, during training, I've been in their office. So I've been paying a lot of money on the way in. I stopped at convenience stores. There I ate lunch. And it was only here at dinner. Even here, I've been going to Burger King or something. I actually have not gone to the grocery store in a while. And I need to do that. I need to go to the grocery store, stock up, because I'm working from home now, so I need stuff for lunch and dinner. And I can't. You'd be surprised how Burger King is actually cheaper than some of the convenience stores around here. And technically it's more food. Where McDonald's, I used to do McDonald's. I like the burgers from Burger King better, but I still like McDonald's fries better. Your car, 4 miles per gallon. Ooh. What kind of car is that? I mean, even I've driven my dad's Suburban before, and that thing was huge. I wonder what the biggest car I've ever driven is. Well, if you want to count work, I've actually driven big forklifts before. So there was the forklift. I never drove the biggest forklift, but I did drive the pretty big ones that would reach up and take down giant pallets. I used to work in a warehouse for the longest period of time, for like 15 years before I finally got a desk job working at home here. The monitors are literally set up behind me, ready to go for tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, older year. Sport Fury. My dad has a type of, I want to say Corvette, that he actually got from his from a family member who died, and he takes care of that thing like crazy, and doesn't drive it much, but he does drive it. I can't imagine. I know it takes only premium fuel. I can't imagine how bad on gas that is. That's why it doesn't drive it much. Thank you, Ada, for the. Thank you, Otter, for saying the suit is cute. Back to the woods, huh? I can't tell that person's joking because they're like, hold on, let's see what this person is. So, let's see, what else is going on? I've talked about the Apple picking the videos up now. I've got the Telegram channel going well. I am trying to reach out to get more mods so that I can be better at going on the live streams and do more of them. But right now, my main focus is for Apocalypse in a couple weeks. And as I said, I've got my event coming up this Saturday, which, of course, is going to get a video. We're going to be at the Corn Maze, and the owners are aware we're coming. So, they're ready for fursuiters. And then I have the mini golf meet that was canceled a couple days ago is going to be there. Oh, and I found out that we will be renting a theater and fursuiting at the Zootopia 2 premiere. My group, the Ronan Furs, did rent a screen for about 40 people to go and fursuit and watch the Zootopia 2 premiere. So that's going to be fun. I've been going back to the movies. Ben, thanks for the follow. Damien, thanks for the follow. Who is my maker? Oh, hey, Tord. My maker is someone named Smetana 2000. They are, we're in, I want to say Germany. But Smetana 2000 is the maker of this suit. As for who's going to make my full body suit, that has yet to be answered because I am talking to several people right now. A lot of them are actually making suits, are doing rush jobs for Apocalypse, and they said talk to them after for Apocalypse. So, like 2 of them seem really cool, and I'm going to talk to them after for Apocalypse in a couple of weeks about getting a full suit made. Probably won't be done by Anthem New England, but maybe by Vacation Land. What movie's better than Zootopia 2? Oh, you forgot about Zootopia 2? Well, Snow Fox, I gotta boot back Snow Fox. Anyway. Oh boy, we're getting a lot of comments now. And someone just stole a number 3 gifter badge. So, let's see, what else? So, I talked about my event. My event's going to be fursuiting. The event's rescheduled. I'm also that same day that we have I just joined another event. So, I did find an event the week before for Apocalypse. I'm going to be going to Salem, Massachusetts. And they're going to have like a ride there. I know some of my friends actually went to the Renaissance Fair recently. I wanted to go to the Big E, but unfortunately, I just couldn't make it happen. I had so many other events to go to, but Big E is definitely something I want to do next year. They are apparently fursuit friendly. I've also talked to several friends from Boston. Like, I know there's a friend from Boston that I met at the Boston picnic who I told him, there's a fursuit friendly suit. I know they're talking to Roger Williams Park about letting us fursuit there. They've done it before. Not the park, the zoo, the actual zoo. Okay. Well, do have people joining. Let's conduct. Oh, so I still got that Wolf game video planned to talk about, and as I've said, the 2024 video, it would have been up by now, but I want to do it after for Apocalypse. Challenges, well, Thanks for the follow. We had a lot of follows tonight. What's new with me? Well, besides the new job, and really, it's not new stuff that's been happening. It's just new events, new chances to use the fursuit, and getting better at actually using it, getting better at actually fursuiting. I'm definitely being more social at events now. I will say that. I'm not just going there to put the fursuit on. I mean, I still put the fursuit on, but I'm going there and I'm actually talking to people, which was kind of the whole point of doing this, was to get out there, to get myself out there, to get myself more social, more talking to people. And that's why I've gone from worrying about Furpocalypse to, is it time for Furpocalypse yet? I'm so excited for Furpocalypse and Anthony New England and Furcation Land that I've literally come to the point where it's like, maybe I do celebrate 1 year as a furry by going to Anthrocon. Because my second week of the fandom was the week of Anthrocon this past year. So I could literally celebrate 1 year of fandom by going to Anthrocon, as long as this job goes permanently. So that's what I gotta work on right now. Because the assessments have started at work. Oh man. Talk about toxicity in the fandom. So I have unfortunately experienced a little bit of toxicity since joining the fandom, both from furries and non-furries. To start, there is a furry. I've talked about him briefly. I don't want to bring him up. There is a bit of there is a furry that kind of we butted heads. I tried to talk to him and say, hey, understand. He's basically saying don't go to so many events, but he's not saying it respectfully. With all due respect, I know my limits. I know I can handle a weekly live stream. That's why I don't do more. A weekly YouTube video, a week or two of events. And I've had several furries say that they're impressed with how fast I've joined the fandom and say that, yeah, I know my limits. So there are people, I have friends who put the fursuit on every single day for hours. And I don't think I'll ever quite hit that point. But, going to a couple events a week, that don't tell me to slow down. I know my limits. I know I know that there's such a thing as furry burnout, but I honestly love this so much, I don't think I will. As a skier, I know that even as a skier, yeah, I can get a little tired sometimes. But I know from experience, if I'm ever tired of skiing, I'll just take a break for a weekend. Same thing applies here, It's why at my most recent fur bowl, instead of bowling, I just went there. I did put on the suit, but I just talked to people. And I had fun. I had fun just talking to people. But yeah, I have unfortunately met one. Thankfully, just one. Someone I thought was going to be a toxic furry ended up turning out being very positive. So thankfully that didn't go anywhere. Okay, who do we got here? Hey, Mountain Husky. So I do see we have a little bit of I'm going to watch them. I do see we have a little bit of a religious person here in chat. That, I wasn't really going to bring it up. I don't hide the fact that I myself am Christian, but I do understand why so many furries have a problem with other Christians, because, I decided to upload a TikTok, actually, of a video I did 2 weeks ago, because I heard that this Bryce Crawford video is making the rounds on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. I was like, oh no. Please tell me that's not the one I reacted to 2 weeks ago. It is. It's the one I reacted to 2 weeks ago. I mean, my TikTok pretty much says it all. They're call themselves Christians, but they're really not. I want to bring up Sykes. Sykes is a furry YouTuber. He actually just released a video about Christians. I was like, oh no, Christian furry video. Uh-oh. But he was shockingly positive about it. And so I was like, oh, thank goodness. A video from a furry that actually makes Christian furries look okay. And that shockingly brought furries who were hiding the fact that they were Christian out in his own server. I kind of led that by saying, yes, I'm a Christian, but I'm also furry. I want people to know that while I do fully embrace my Christianity, I also fully embrace the furry fandom. You know? I wouldn't be commissioning someone for a full suit if I didn't. But I do kind of try to not talk about it. I know I should, but I do try to kind of avoid talking about it just because I do keep my walk with God. Sorry, why am I having a hard time speaking? Jeez. I do keep my walk with God mostly private. I know it makes furries uncomfortable, so they don't want to talk about it. I drop the subject. You know, we talk about something else like how impressed with their fursuits I am, you know. Everyone loves mine, but I look at other people's and they say, I like yours better. Maybe it's because all the people I talk to have full body fursuits, and I'm so jealous of them still that they have full body fursuits. You've seen me on X. Really? So X is new to me. I did change it to Shadow Moonray. I did start posting some stuff there, but for me it's mostly YouTube, TikTok, and I do post the TikTok ones on Instagram as well. X I just started using. I know a lot of furries don't like that. You know, I've got the Telegram server for myself, which is honestly a lot of people are joining the Telegram server, so that's cool. I joined another furry group this year, so I'm still expanding. I joined another furry group for New England, so that's cool. Let's see here. Oh, Magic is here. Hold on a minute. We still got people joining, so that's cool. Let's see, I can definitely go a little longer. It's been a short time. Too short to stop the stream. I really wish I had a guest on here. I'm actually hoping that someone does come on as a guest. I know Rhythm can't tonight, but I got to do a better job of that. I got to do a better job with communicating with people and getting guests on here, like I did with Orlando. But now that my schedule's going to change, this is going to be the last time at 6. I'm going to have to change it a little bit, even if it's to 6:30 or 7. Unfortunately, all my mods were students, over 18 though, but they're all like in college now, so this doesn't work for them anymore. Hi, makes 8, of course. So I don't know. At this point, I've actually pretty much told you that all the content of the YouTube video. The only difference of that is that's going to be scripted, of course, and I'll do that tomorrow night after work. So one other negative thing, I did find out that my band's first concert is the same week as FurPoc, so I've had to actually bow out of that. I'll be there in the Christmas concerts still, the winter concerts, and I can't do it in spring either because, go figure, the spring concert is the same week as Vacationland. So I was like, yeah, I won't be there for that either. They don't know the band members do not know I'm a furry yet. So I don't want to tell the band director that the reason I'm not going to the first concert is because I'll be at my first furry convention. Like, I don't care if he finds out, but I'm not going to outright tell him that I chose a furry convention over our band's first concert. Even though it's been planned, they announced I planned for the con first. The concert wasn't announced until September. I had planned this since July, so this clip's first. Please tell me I'm not echoing. Relay, thanks for the compliment on the fursuit. I know I'm not echoing because I'm using the exact same setup. I'm not using the mic because the mic did cause an echoing problem. That two weeks ago, when I was using the microphone that I use it for YouTube videos now. Oh geez, yeah, I played that back. It's on YouTube if you want to hear how bad it was. So honestly, when I'm right in front of the phone, it's not a big issue. So I'm just going to keep using no microphone for now, at least for the TikTok live streams, and only use the microphone for the scripted YouTube videos. Cosmo's gonna follow me, thank you. Yep, thank you for the follow, Cosmo. We're well on our way to... A lot of people think that I'm going to become a popufur. I don't know about that, but you never know. I'm still trying to do collabs with, like, I brought Orlando on a couple of weeks ago. Trying to get him, promote him. On YouTube, he's bigger than me. On TikTok, he's smaller, but on YouTube, he's bigger. He's been doing a good job for a new furry, too. For TikTok. He's asleep or at work actually at this point. So honestly, the fact that I start work on Tuesdays later, maybe not this week, but maybe I could do something with getting him on here. He wasn't talking much on our live stream because that was the one where, unfortunately, that was the one where I was echoing, where I was using the mic. A mic he recommended, but he uses it for YouTube, and he didn't use it on the live stream. Good thing he didn't, too. Germany, huh? Like I said, my fursuit maker is German. The person who made this, I am actually in their chat, and I'm watching, like, the fursuit maker. My thing with that is the eyes. When I wore Milky Way's suit, yes, you can't see in front of you. But I honestly think I had a bigger field of vision. His head, though. I will say something about that head. His head can't go like this. His head is like this. Like, I'm moving my head and I can't move the first head. But that's how, like, his head is set up. So, I've experienced the difference of a head, and that was kind of annoying to not be able to go like this. If for no other reason, then that's a way that you lose to express yourself. Also, he didn't have a moving mouth. That's kind of a need for me. I love that's one of the human elements that I bring to the anthropomorphic wolf. Is he talks. And I talk too much. I can't silence suit. I mean, I try. I can silence suit for short periods in, like, TikTok videos. But I talk too much. Thank you for saying it's baked beans. Thank you for the compliment on the fursuit. No, I didn't mute you. You haven't ever tried to be someone big. I mean, I'm not. I won't lie. I want to. I would love to be someone bigger in the fandom, but I'm not in a rush to get there. I'm still new. I'm still trying this out. Like I said, I still don't act like an animal. So there's still much improvement for me to make. But I do think over the past couple months of joining the fandom, I've made that improvement. And it's helped my real life for sure. I'm more social IRL now. I'm more confident in the event that I'm going to be hosting. And as I said, I've gone from worrying about my first furry convention to super excited for it. And I've gone from thinking maybe Anthropon in 2027 to, yeah, maybe this year. Another boop. Boop. Thanks for the file. How is it being a furry? Well, honestly, it's been very freeing. I've been loving being a furry a lot. I never thought anything could match to my love of skiing. Guess what? This did. I do see it as a hobby, but Shadow has been a part of me. Or rather, Chance has been a part of me, and Shadow's been there. Shadow's been like a guiding character, and Chance is like the persona that I want to wear in like a full bodysuit. But Shadow is more like a guiding character in my life, so I do constantly ask like, what would he do? Because he is a better version of me. So that's why I became a furry, and that's why I can never leave the fandom, honestly. Never. No, most people don't like. So I've actually not run into people that don't like me, to be honest, yet. I know it's going to happen. I had that experience filming a YouTube video where someone did come up and, or didn't come up, but I walked by them and they said that their kid was scared. They didn't say it to me, but yeah, the kid was scared of the wolf. Is what I heard say. So, oh no. So I just avoided that kid. The dog walk video was shocking by how many dogs actually came up to me. And the YouTube video doesn't show them all. It also doesn't show a dog that barked at me like absolutely crazy. So like, oh dear. I did finally upload the other video I had with my dog. And yeah, when I see him during Christmas when I'm skiing, if this fursuit comes up, I'll definitely have to take another video with him. Oh yeah, absolutely. I meet other furries regularly. Some of my friends are furries. I mentioned photo shoot. A lot of the videos I repost are from friends that I met IRL. I go to meets, I go to fur meets almost every week. I talk to them online every day. So I have met other furries and other fursuiters. I've also met furries who are not fursuiters. I mentioned I go to like this gaming meet once or twice a month where we just play board games. That's not in our fursuits. We are out of our fursuits when we do that. Or like obviously when I talk to people, I'm not in my fursuit. I could be, but that makes it very hard to talk because like you see whenever I have comments, I gotta look. I gotta look at this. You've never met a furry. Hi, Corvin the Wolf. You've never met a furry IRL? That's kind of surprising. Because I guess it depends on your... Here in Rhode Island, I had never met a furry IRL in Rhode Island either. But now I'm shocked that I hadn't because they're at all sorts of events. They're at food truck meets. They're in the parks. I mean, I'm actually honestly really shocked I hadn't. But I will also say that they have been getting more involved. Like, it's been growing. New England especially, it's been growing. people really weren't that surprised to see me on the Kangamangas Highway when I made that fursuit video. They wanted pictures. I was shocked by that. Still am. But hey, it was a positive experience for me. One of the first times I got asked for photos. Breedable. You live in Oklahoma? Yeah. He's right though. We are everywhere. Even if we're hiding, we're there. Like one of my friends, I told them I thought I could trust them, and I told them I joined the fandom, and their response was "Welcome to the dark side." I was like, "What?" And then they told me I'm a furry. I was like, "What? Really?" They did the art for my original Fursona idea. I've talked about them before. Yeah. So some people are just. I don't hide the fact I'm a furry. I've literally walked around my neighborhood in the fursuit before. My neighbor wasn't talking to me for a little bit, but she is talking to me again. Kind of curious about this, so that's good. That night that I got disconnected during the live stream, where I went black, I actually passed by my landlord in the fursuit. They'd never seen me wear it. They'd seen it in my car before, but never seen me wear it. So yeah, they did not get caught on the live stream because of the disconnect, but you don't know where to find furries in Oklahoma. Oh, John might become a furry. What I would say is do what I did. Try to find out, are there any local fur meets? And take your time. You got to introduce yourself first. I introduced myself to my local furry fandom as a furry, as someone who was interested in joining the fandom. For the first month, I did not have a fursuit. I went to a meet my third week in the fandom, and I just loved it. And they knew that I was new to the fandom, that I was considering, at that point, still kind of considering it, that I was trying it out, and I had a great time with them. So that third week was when I decided I'm staying in here. I'm not just trying this. You do have to kind of find, I'm lucky, there are lots of fur meets near me here in New England. They do kind of hide, unfortunately. They kind of have to so that there's no negative stuff. A lot of people out there don't like furries. The car community got the best of you. That's interesting. Again, I would argue that that's maybe one of the communities in the furry fandom. I know in the furry fandom there are different communities. For example, I joined an art community, but I don't really do art, so I didn't go to those meets anymore. The gaming community has gone shockingly well, and I will stay in that. Didn't think that was going to work out, but it did. It also gave me a chance to hang out with the leader of the fursuit group. And then, of course, I have... Hold on. I'll block that guy. Continue to block that guy. We don't need any of that stuff in there. And I'll block this guy. Oh, wait. No. That was the same guy. Where do you find a furry suit? And don't worry, that guy's blocked. No. You gotta find a maker. In my case, I actually adopted my fursuit. My fursuit was from someone named Mizra. And that was I don't know the real name, but they had a new fursuit with a totally different color. It's funny because some people still call me, they don't call me Mizra, they call me Shadow, but some of the locals recognize the suit as Mizra, and I have to tell them, no, Mizra is a brown furry now, you know? Totally different design. This is Shadow. This is Shadow now. He's online. He's no online. I'm known as Shadow. All my friends know me as Shadow. This is Shadow now. This is not Mizra anymore. This is Shadow. You know, the owner was very clear that I could take my persona to it. So he is my persona now. You know, yeah, talking about burnout. That's honestly one of the reasons why I kind of disagree with like my friend who told me to slow down. I do know my own limits. If I'm tired, I will stop. Like, there was the event recently where, I don't know, I just didn't get a good night's sleep or something, and I was not having fun. And my friend understood that. He later messaged me, "Are you okay?" That was photo shoot. It was just a stressful event, stressful night, and I said, "I'm sorry, I can't be at this event. You know, I'm too much in a bad mood." So I know my limits. I know when it's time to take it off. I know at FurCons, I'm gonna have a hotel room, so if I need a break, I'll go take a break. You know, I'm good at that, at taking breaks. Oh man, now we're gonna have a whole bunch of get rid of that account. Do I think furry will die out? No, no, no. I think furry will keep growing a lot. You know, I think that you're gonna see furries come out of the shadows a lot more. I think you're gonna see a lot more furries, honestly, coming out, and come out is the wrong word. Probably I'm right. Yeah, I am. Oh, Dasher's here. Hey, Dasher. So Dasher was he's in the YouTube video I talked about. He was the host of that event, of course. That event was with Furry Friends Worldwide. Photoshoot wasn't there, but he was. I know he got in the video a while. Had a fun time with him. I know he'll also be at my event with Photoshoot this week. I'm hoping Milky Way and Ivy come too. But we'll see. Should it be raining cats and dogs like it is today? It's supposed to be sunny. Oh, what's going on? Donut, thanks for the follow. Oh, Fluffy, thanks for the follow. You know, I may not be getting as many likes as usual, but I'm getting a lot of followers tonight, so that works. That works out for me. I'd rather have a follower than, I mean, the likes are nice, but I want people to actually see the TikToks I do. Especially since I'm trying to improve the TikToks. I'm trying to be funny. You know, honestly, I'm finding TikTok a lot easier than YouTube. Hi, Chloe. Thank you, Jay Nepper, for saying I'm cute. Aww. You know, I think it's okay to be a man and be cute, honestly. Well, don't be weird about it. That's kind of hard to do because, honestly, I believe in the hashtag keep furry weird. I believe in keep furry weird, and I kind of beat myself up for not acting weird enough. When I'm outside of my fursuit and you talk to me, I'm the normalest person you'll ever meet. You know, I'm just a normal guy outside of the fursuit. In the fursuit, I get to be weird. The fursuit gives me permission to be weird. That's why I bought the fursuit. I wouldn't have bought the fursuit to just be normal, you know? I think that's part of the reason why I want to get my own fursuit of Chance. Because I know his character very well. And he's outgoing, he's energetic, he's very curious, and honestly, Shadow is the guy who has to kind of rein chance in all the time. So that's why for now Shadow works, is because Shadow is more of a serious furry, more of like wise and everything. So for now, the fact I'm not that animalistic. Sorry. For now, the fact I'm not as animalistic works for Shadow. Because Chance is going to be the animalistic one who's crazy and everything. If you saw his Telegram stickers, you would understand. He acts differently. He acts like me as a kid. What about any other wolf or dog? Wolf or dog, I am a wolf. I've howled once before. I really should start. I have barked a couple of times, but I'm not ready to like just do it out of nowhere. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You're from Germany too? Should I take a risk and not pick him up? No, not enough hours. I'm not gonna take a chance on someone with. I do want to start taking chances on like bringing guests up, but I do like vetting them first. The kind of like there's another TikToker. He's probably live right now called Rav, and he actually had someone request to go up last night. And he's never had a guest, so I completely understand why he would say no. And honestly, if I see someone I recognize or someone who has interacted with me before, I usually bring people who I've interacted with for a little while. If they say they want to come up, I'll bring them up, you know? You gotta interact with me first. Let's see. You like how... Why are your comments grayed out? Hold on one second. One of the people is getting automatically filtered. But I can see them, so... That it says... love my partial, yeah. So someone said something about the mouth. Yeah, so this jaw is actually, there's a screw over here. That's how my mouth moves. It's not a rubber band like a lot of other mouths. It is a screw. I need to clean this suit. I need to clean the paws, brush the tail, and I think I need to take a screwdriver to the screw a little bit, loosen it a little bit for Apocalypse. But yeah, definitely gotta groom this guy a little bit. Definitely gotta groom the head, especially the real hair here. This hair, oh boy, does it ever get? It gets tangled up all the time. It is just kind of like dog hair, to be honest. So that's hilarious. Trying to I'll break the magic for a moment. Like there are clumps in here. You can kind of see it there. There are clumps in here right now because of the moisture. That's why I did not do the rain video today. Is because I don't want to get even more messed up than it already is before my first FurCon. I wanted to look beautiful, you know, look handsome. Thanks for the follow, Matt. Yeah, matted, very matted. Thanks for the saying it's cute. Lot V, I don't know why it's blocking your comments. I can see them though, Lot V. Even if you can't, I can see them. The comments don't show up when I upload this to YouTube either. When I upload the YouTube replay. Oh, I was also actually talking to Rav about like getting... He recommended some good music for me. White Shadow isn't on as much anymore. I do still have permission to use his music, but I'm looking into more music too, you know. more like stuff I could play on in the background. Oh, Guinness Shepherd became the 15th member of the fan club. Thank you. And Rover, thank you for the follow. We might actually hit my goal of 3,000. I usually try to get at least 3,000 likes, but we're getting a lot of followers, so I'm actually really happy about that. Yeah, good thing I did this. I said I was in a bit of a mood, but this is definitely helping, you know. It's funny. I can be in a bad mood, but putting on the fursuit can definitely help my mood improve, you know. I really do have fun doing this. People talk about burnout, but this is a once a week thing for me, you know. I could do it twice a week. I don't think I would do it more than twice a week, just like I don't do more than 2 YouTube videos a week. But I'll tell you what, it's been getting pretty cold in here, so this is actually getting easier now because it's colder now. It's colder in here, so I can actually handle the suit. I am sweating, but not as much as usual. Thank you for saying great suit, Miss Louise or Lewis, and get a shepherd, of course. The rent can't be this high. I actually have a fairly priced apartment here. It's this room, which is my living/work room. Over there is my bedroom. It's a separate room. This room doesn't have a door. My bedroom does have a door that locks. I do live here alone. I have a kitchen and I have a private bathroom. I do not share a bathroom. I have my own. So, and I have like actual shag carpet in, which was new when I moved in a year ago. It's not new anymore, but it was new. The reason it's so cheap is because there's a tilt here. It's an older building, so there's actually a tilt. I can kind of feel it right now. It's not noticeable in the bedroom or when I'm on my couch, but looking at my TV, you can actually see it's a little tilted. It's most noticeable in the kitchen where there's no carpet. Yeah, it's really noticeable there. Things will live. If I drop something, it will roll across the whole floor. I've done that before. Axel, thanks for the follow. So what's the best advice I can give someone who wants to start a YouTube channel? Well, as someone who has started a YouTube channel 3 times, first things first, figure out what you want to do. I made that mistake with my previous channel. I had gaming videos. I had skiing videos. I had videos where I talked about technology. That's why I started a brand new YouTube channel for Shadow. Because all the content on Shadow's channel is furry focused. Yeah, so figure out what you want to do first. For me, it's documenting my life as a furry. Going to fur meets. Taking videos there. Going to fur cons, you know. Videos discussing furry topics. Just like this. I didn't have any TikTok videos, so in this case, I was able... Well, no, that's wrong. Even this is a new TikTok account. The one that's Chance Moon Ray, that's my old account. But Bloxy, thank you for the follow. You think your longest time is 13 hours at a con? Wow. I want to get that. I want to get to that point. My longest is in this has been actually, how long was the Boston walk? That was plus the time. That might have been 4 hours. That might have been my longest. Normally I can last 2 to 3 hours without an issue. I'm a little tired tonight, so that's why I'm tripping over words, but yeah, normally 2 to 3 hours I can last. No issue. I can go longer, but I usually need like a break to take the head off. That's why I've heard about headless rooms. So headless rooms are a thing at cons, so I'll be visiting that for sure. Let's see here. You went to a picnic, Fermi. You fell asleep in the suit. I have tried to fall asleep in this thing. I legitimately wore it just the head too, and I could not do it. No, I could not fall asleep in suit. But yeah, picnics are a good way. On YouTube, there is my Boston picnic video. I took a lot of video, but even though there's 12 minutes of video, I was there for 4 hours. I was talking to people. Great way to get to know people. And like one of the people I met there, I met someone who makes fursuits and was like, would you make mine? Or someone who is actually pretty popular in Boston named Zach. And I was like, I've talked to him about coming down here and fursuiting in the Roger William. Roger Will, yeah, that's hard to say. Roger Will, oh, jeez. I do let people up on my stream. It's just, I do like to talk to them first. I have unfortunately had an experience of having two people come up on the stream and basically kind of say something, then I have to like mute it before putting it on YouTube, or it can get me in trouble. Like I said a bad word once, and I just want to avoid that. You know, I do talk to people first. Bark, huh? Night of room parties. I've been invited to a few room parties. Rave. Oh, what's my Sona? So Shadow is I call him a moon wolf, essentially. He's like an anthropoid wolf. I do want to tell his full story, but in a nutshell, Shadow is essentially the alpha of my main persona, Chance, who I want a full suit of. Kind of like guiding him. Chance is a lone wolf and he wants to join a pack, and Shadow is the alpha of the pack that he joins, who guides him in his journey into growing, and that's who Shadow is to me, you know? An alpha who guides people. So he guides me, you know? I think about Chance too, but Shadow is guiding me the same way that he guides Chance. It works out. I'm not asking when I need help, I don't ask what Chance would do, because Chance is me now. I ask what Shadow would do. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too knowledgeable about. Am I heading to any fur moots soon? I have my event. My event is a fur meet. It's an official fur meet this time. That's this Saturday at the Corn Maze in my hometown here in Rhode Island. It's on the New England Furry Events calendar. If you're in New England, and the details are on there. It is a Rhode Island Furs event. But I have that, and then I don't think I have it. Sunday is game day, so that is a fur meet, but not in our fursuits. But that is technically a fur meet. It is official. Thank you for the follow. Wolfie91201. Thank you for the follow. Okay. I was hoping that someone would join. I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping that someone could come up here as a guest to join me, but if anyone is watching and they want to come up as a guest, message me and we can get you up on the next one, you know? I'll talk to them, just talk to people, and people I talk to, I will bring up, you know? That's why I have the Telegram, too. If you join my Telegram and talk to me, then I'm more likely to bring you up as a guest. And honestly, ask for you to come up as a guest, because I would love to have them. I just would love to take a risk, you know? You're supposed to be at a con right now? Whoa. You can't believe you saw me on the... You love the costume. Everyone loves the costume. The fursuit. Funny thing you should say, I don't see this as a costume because I see a costume as you're wearing something, but I see a fursuit as my character that I created. So I do think a fursuit has more meaning than a normal, just a costume or even a mascot does. A mascot is for something, maybe someone. A fursuit, it's for the person wearing it. Even though this is adopted, I do see it as mine now, as my character. And that's why I would say a fursuit is up there. You got one on Amazon? Oh boy. I hope hold on. Let me do something here. I know Amazon has fursuit, so does Etsy. Right? This is hard to do in the fursuit because I can't see anything. Do I play VR chat? I have not played VR chat in weeks. I should. Now that I'm working from home again, and don't have a 1 hour drive home after work tiring me out, then I do think I will this week, probably. Especially when the weather gets bad and I'm not skiing. I do think I will go back into the VR chat soon. I've got friends in there that have been telling me, when are you coming back? Soon. Very soon I will go back into the VR chat. I do have a Quest 3 that I bought for that exact reason. And that could honestly be one of the videos I do. Oh boy. Yep. We got someone talking about that. Yeah, unfortunately it is true that a lot of fursuits, I do know this even as a new furry, because I was warned about it. A lot of these, I asked, can I buy one of these $600 fursuits? And everyone was like, they're not gonna, when you get it, it won't look like it does in the picture, you know? I actually saw this thing and wore it before buying it. I would say reputable maker, you know? You can get, like, I've seen friends who got one for like $2,000. Granted, it's partial like this, but there are expensive ones, and, you know, it's fine if for like a kid or if you just want something fun to wear, but, you know, you gotta kind of check because it could be a stolen design. I know Spirit Halloween is doing kind of like very small fursuits now, and that's Spirit Halloween, so I don't think they would steal designs. I think they have specific designs, but online, you do run the risk of wearing someone else's fursuit, just a much worse version. A worse version. Making them, yeah. Oh, whoops. Making the fursuits, that's something I could never do. That's what I'm talking to makers, like actual makers. My hands are too shaky. I could never make a fursuit. It's also not something I want to do. I don't want to be a maker. I've tried being an artist, maybe an artist someday. I'm into music. I'm into dancing. I've even started singing again, so maybe that. Once I'm ready. I'm not ready yet. My voice still sucks. Although I think there is a video. Did I do a video of me? No, I've done one of me dancing, not me singing. And that was after weeks of not doing the routine. So it was bad. Hey, Jose. Hey, Jose. Thurian Boy, thank you for the follow. You started not knowing how to use a needle, and now you make fursuits. Wow. That's impressive. You have more patience than I do. I have a friend who specializes in heads that is trying to go into full suits, and she's having a big problem doing that. It's a big jump for her. I'm trying to support her. I'm trying to see you can do it, but I mean, I still go to her with. I've even told her we're gonna upgrade this mouth soon. You know, take the screw out, put some plastic teeth in, and a rubber band so it's more responsive. Yeah. Hello, Q. Got lots of bad energy. Yeah, fursuit heads are the hardest thing to make. I've heard. So I've heard. People really like that my mouth moves. That's apparently not common, or not too common. I've always every maker I look at, the fursuit head is the most expensive thing, and so. Yeah, I kind of get that. That's why, even as a partial, people are still impressed with the suit because of the head. Honestly, the head. You know, I think the head does the trick. I could honestly not wear these and just wear the head. Some TikTokers do that. Like, I'll admit I'm not in my tail right now. If I was at an event, the tail would be on. But that's why I use my, this thing. That's why I use this thing. It has physical buttons. So I can actually rent fursuit and hold this, turn it on, hit record, even with my paws on. But I think battery's dead right now from making videos on it. $650. The head is the most important part. Yeah. Yeah, the head is probably the most important part of the suit. I mean, it's not the only important part, but essentially, a lot of people. I've even seen people just wear masks. Essentially, that's the best way to kind of hide your face. You know. It is just the sensation of being in the head. It can be tricky. Like, I've been tripping over words, but it's interesting too. I know what my face looks like, but it's interesting too. This works as a mirror. So I'm looking at Shadow when I do this. It helps me be Shadow, because Shadow is staring right back at me. Not Brian. Shadow is looking at me. But I also don't hide who I really am, you know. I actively use my real IRL Facebook to promote my furry stuff. So I know some people do, unfortunately, have to hide the fact that they're a furry. But I'm lucky that I'm not one of the people who has to do that. But I count myself very lucky for that, to be clear. Gonna check out my YouTube channel. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. The latest YouTube video is up. I think it's good. That was with my friends, as I said, Dasher, who was here a little earlier. He hosted that one. My event's going to be a Rhode Island Furs event. I'm hosting that one. I've hosted an event once before, but it was my second week in the fandom. And one person came, and I kind of understand because I had just joined the fandom, just joined Rhode Island Furs. When they said I could host an event, I was like, really? We just might as well go see Jurassic World with one guy. And that was it. But no, I'm confident more people will show up this time. I've got friends already committed to coming. So this time, hosting this event, and it's fursuit friendly because I actually talked to Corn Maze owners about it. They're all set for us. So this event is going to be way better. I haven't convinced my dad to come. He was a little iffy about this at first, but he's warmed up to it. Again, that's his dog that is in the video. That I just uploaded the other video with that dog. Molson. Molson is his name. Possibly. Since you're young, you're being in a fursuit for Halloween.